You know, we've got this threefold call. And I knew for sure that God had always called me to serve in the church. And I was doing that. But the church at large kept calling. The place where I was serving kept calling because I was at that time on the seminary faculty.
Okay.
The only woman on any seminary faculty in the whole LCA. We started ordaining women, and we had no women on our seminary faculties. So all these women are coming to seminary, and they had no models among the faculty except male.
Okay.
But I joined the seminary faculty in 1971, non-ordained at the time, and was the only woman for any of the seminaries. God was calling, and the church was calling, and finally it was up to me to say, yes, you know, this is what you've prepared me for, Lord. I was ordained on November the 14th, 1976.
Okay.
At First Lutheran Church. And this was the first ordination of a woman by the Virginia Synod. And it was the first ordination, then President Moyer, later Bishop Moyer. And he said he thought that was rather significant that his ministry was starting. He had just been elected, and his first ordination was going to be that of a woman. Also was an ordination that represented the whole church because we had parish congregational representatives, we had seminary, we had churchwide in Jim Crumley, and also in one of my sponsors was from the seminary faculty, and one of my sponsors was that was Phil Hefner, and Bob Bacher was from churchwide. My ordination, I believe, and I think this is for women and men, but I think first of all that we as women are created in the image of God. We've got that in Genesis, that's who we are, as the created children of God. And then in Galatians, I began to read, and the first emphasis from the church was this, that Galatians 3:28, all are one in Jesus Christ. There's neither male nor female. Well, now that sounded really good, but I discovered that we really needed to start with 27. But 3:27, as many of you as were baptized into Christ have put on Christ. Now, to me, that image of God, my being, my created being, and my being clothed were the two transforming things that talked about me as an ordained pastor. Now, I think this is true for us in all of our vocation, but I want this church to get braver. You know, the money changers in the temple, that Jesus was there and got angry and loved and cared and taught. And we are called to be with the stranger. We are called to teach. We are called to be at the bedside. And when people try to put the church in little narrow alleys, that's not healthy. That's not what God called us to be. And there are so many of us, so we can reach out and we can do so much more than we're doing. And I'm, you know, please don't misunderstand me. I'm not putting down anything that the church is. I just know that Jesus has called us to be more than and to be bolder